We've got a lot of country around here. If you put nothing into it, you'll get nothing back. So we've worked with that country, and not only is it productive, but it's a very profitable part of our business now. So I grew up on this place. I'm a third generation farmer. I farm with my mum and dad and my wife. I've got two little boys that love to be out and about on the farm. They aren't getting up to too much just yet, but yeah, give them time and they will be. We've got about 2,000 hectares here and we run around 5,000 ewes. The cropping program is predominantly barley and canola, which seems to work really well for us. So this environment is unique. We don't have river systems as such. We've got lakes and evaporation ponds. So the water moves through the system really slowly, and therefore we've got a lot of water that we need to use up. We found that if we don't use that excess water up, your water table rises and salt becomes an issue eventually with waterlogging. So we will then work on various perennials, whatever perennials have worked for us in the past. We find the right combination for the right area. We've had saltbush stands that Dad put in way back when nobody knew anything about them, and ever since then we've always looked at what other options are out there. Probably in the last 10 years we've started growing kikuyu with great success. We've found that the kikuyu on the lighter country has worked really well, and down on your waterlogged soil types we've had really good success with saltbush like Old Man, River and Wavy Leaf predominantly, with a understory of wheatgrass and puccinelia. With our kikuyu, in the recent times we've planted millet in with it, and that has been really handy for early feed. The millet won't persist, but putting millet with it we can turn sheep onto beautiful lush feed at a time when it might be tight elsewhere, so we found that's been a really handy tool, and we found the sheep do really well. We're always expanding our perennial plantings. Last year we put in 50 hectares of saltbush. This year we plan to do the same. Recently we've heard a bit more about Annamieka saltbush, and we've got a trial site in, and that's quite exciting as a more palatable saltbush variety, and hopefully it's more vigorous with its growth too, so it just sounds like a really good fit. The beautiful thing with perennials is a lot of the time through your summer everything just feels like it's dead, but not when you've got perennials in your system. You've always got your saltbush or whatever it is, your kikuyu, you know. It's always nice to see something green and something alive when you're in the middle of summer. I really enjoy working with our unproductive land because you get a great reward out of turning that country into something that can give you something back. We find that if you spend a bit of time on it, it'll pay dividends. My long-term goal is to have a sustainable property. We're never set on one particular system or species. We're always looking for what's out there and what's new. We found with most of these things, if you're patient, it will pay off in the long run, and you can see your reward for effort. There are days and weeks where sometimes the stress of farming can get to you, but I find that as soon as I walk in that door at home to a beautiful family, all those problems are forgotten. One of my boys will have me building a train track, the other one will be dribbling all over me, so you soon forget about those things, and I would never want to be doing anything different.